everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Tuesday's episode of the Plus Money Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Q. You can follow me across those socials at Bets by Q. And of course, this podcast is brought to you by Black Sheep Betting, where it is a dog's world. Check out the links in the description to get access to all of the VIP plays. But let's kick off with a recap of yesterday. We went 2-1 on the card. Cashed both of our NFL plays while dropping the Texas Rangers money line against the Astros in a tight back and forth battle where the Astros ended up coming out on top. Brings us to 2-1 on the week, up 2.2 units. And most importantly, we are absolutely cooking in the primetime spots. I've now moved to 7-1 on primetime football bets. Last night was a perfect example of how you have to pick your spots well. Okay, the Bucks seemed like a trap play. Things looked weird in the last 3 minutes of that game, but what did we talk about on the podcast yesterday? Who was going to be the X factor in that game? And that man's name is Baker Mayfield, one of the best primetime performing quarterbacks that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years. He put on his cape in the last drive. And check it out. Look, if you're in the Discord, the free Discord that I might add, my boy Will dropped this live plus 450 on the last drive of the game, Bucks money line. We doubled down, we cashed out. But Baker Mayfield, he put on his cape. I mean, I don't know, dude. Outside of Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield is probably my favorite quarterback in the NFL. Just an absolute dog. Came through for us in a huge spot yesterday. Played spoiler for a lot of Texan bettors. But hey, sharp as nails, baby. Sharp as nails. We also cashed on the Chargers -3 on the spread. They went out there. Defense played lights out. Did not give up a single touchdown. It did get weird late in the game. But look, Justin Herbert, Jim Harbaugh, absolute dog. They look like they're on their way to win that division. 3 division games in a row for the Chargers as they face another division rival next week. But Chargers on the spread, never in doubt. But look, I want to just take a moment here to say, if you were on the podcast yesterday, you got this news, but I've officially teamed up with my boy Will from the Double Fault Tennis podcast. We've combined our 2 free chats into one big sports community. The link is in the bio. We're sitting at about 800 plus members right now. Gotten about 50 to 60 more people just in the last 24 hours. So tons of conversation, daily picks across all sports, and an absolute heater run we're in the middle of. If you're not in there yet, come join. The link is in the bio. It is absolutely free. In fact, I'm sweating a plus 700 right now with the chat. But let's lock in to tonight's feature play. Going to the diamond, one play for us today. Okay, Padres versus the Mets. The Mets managed to finally snap an 8-game losing streak with a walk-off against the Rangers, but we have to be honest with ourselves. The problems didn't magically disappear with one win. I'm not buying it. This team has lost 8 of their last 10 overall. And when you look at their home form, it's been flat out embarrassing. Just 2 wins in their last 10 at Citi Field, which for a fan base that's had to ride the roller coaster of this season, and really every season it feels like, this has to feel like the wheels have completely fallen off. I mean, our eyes are not deceiving us in this spot. The Mets have fell completely flat. Just imagine being a Mets fan right now. The payroll is massive. Expectations were sky high. And instead of gearing up for a playoff push, you're sitting there watching your team implode in September. Every game feels like a must-win, and right now it absolutely is. And the pressure is suffocating this team. Just because a team has to win does not mean that they will. It's one of the trickiest spots to handicap in the sports betting world. But I will say it again. Just because a team has to win a game does not mean that they will. And I think that's exactly where the Padres have a chance to pounce. San Diego isn't the team under the microscope right here. They're the ones who can come in, play free, and act as spoilers while still chasing their own playoff aspirations. They've won 6 of their last 9. They've got the steadier energy right now. And most importantly, they've got the better starter on the mound tonight in Michael King. Feels like he's been sharp all season, working to a sub-3 ERA. Kid has great command. The former Yankee will face off against Clay Holmes for New York, who's been pretty shaky, struggling to get past the middle of innings, putting extra stress on a bullpen that has been overexposed during this skid that the Mets have been on. This play isn't just about numbers, it's about momentum, it's about mentality. The Mets are gripping tighter and tighter, trying to force results. So this is a talented as hell baseball team. But the Padres, they get to walk in here at Citi Field, play loose. They're going to pile on the pressure. Every pitch in this game is going to feel heavy for the New York Mets. And that's exactly the type of spot where mistakes will be made. So for me, the edge is clear here. We're taking the Padres on the money line, plus 105. I'm going to recommend 2 units on this. You've got plus money, the better pitcher, the team with the momentum, and the narrative of a group that can send the Mets spiraling right back into doubt. It checks every single box for me. Let's lock it in. 2 units on the Padres, plus 105, and keep this run rolling. Okay? That's it. 1 play on the board, 2 units in play. I'll be back here tomorrow with more plus money plays from around the sports world. As always, my name is Q from Black Sheep Betting. Hope to see you in the Discord, but I'll be back here tomorrow. I hope each and every one of your bets hit.